Hey, what's up? It's Andy Sloan here from the Ultimate Body Club. And if you're bloke in your 30s and above, and right now you're finding it hard to either get or just even stay in shape, then this video is for you. Now, lifestyle choices aside, so we're not looking at whether you eat a kebab on a weekend and a couple of beers in a week, or whether you eat a sandwich or a broccoli salad for lunch. Not looking at those things, right? There's one big thing that happens physiologically as a bloke when you hit around 30 and above, and that's the fact that your testosterone levels, so your male sex hormone levels, start to drop by about 1% every year, which means that by the time you hit 40, you've got about 10% less testosterone than you would have had at age around 30, which sucks. Ultimately, what it means is the further past 30 you get, the less muscle mass you're going to end up having, and the more body fat you're going to lay down. You find your libido, so your sex drive is going to drop down. Okay, maybe you're not going to be pitching a tent in the morning like you're quite used to when you're kind of in your teens and 20s. You might find energy levels drop. You might turn into a bit more of a cranky bastard. That's kind of linked to everything, all the aforementioned basically as well. And a whole bunch of negative stuff happens. Largely as a result, or certainly in part as a result of those testosterone levels starting to drop. So we don't want that. Okay, so what you ultimately find with that is you find it harder to get or stay in shape. Maybe the things you used to do, when you're in your teens and 20s to stay in shape, maybe playing footy or rugby a couple of times a week, maybe going running every now and again with your mate. It's just not cutting it anymore, okay? Because your body's changing. It happens. It does happen. So there's two things really to kick off with from now to really start to kind of tap away at that and start to kind of counteract that, I guess, and work towards being in better shape in your 30s and 40s than you were in your 20s, right? So the first thing is to make sure you're doing some effective strength training. Now, strength training is massive for your testosterone production, right? It's massive for making sure that you're actually going to be able to grow some lean muscle mass. You're not going to grow any muscle mass running. Running's great. It's often a good place to start for some people for sure. And it's definitely got its place when it comes to fitness levels, absolutely. But in terms of actually growing some lean muscle mass and stimulating more testosterone, growth hormone, all those sorts of things, it's not really going to help. So we want to make sure 3-4 full body strength sessions a week, absolutely ideal. Including some big exercise like squats, lunges, deadlifts, bench presses, pull-ups, all those sorts of things are really key exercises to include within there, right? And then the next thing, which is completely free, is sleep. Okay, now sleep is so important for your recovery, for your growth, for actually, for the hormonal side of things as well, right? Growth hormone levels in particular, which is super important for your metabolism. So if you're not getting enough sleep, then that's going to have a big negative impact on that. I know as a dad myself, 32, that if you are a guy maybe 30s, 40s, and you've got kids and stuff, maybe you don't quite sleep as well as you should. I was up 3 times with my kid last night. I say that. I was disturbed 3 times. My wife woke me up getting out of bed to go and sort her out. I'm quite lucky, but yeah, it can affect your sleep for sure. Having kids, so I do know that's quite hard. But doing what you can to improve your sleep is massively, massively important. If right now, for instance, you get to bed at like 11:30, 7 nights a week, even if just 3 nights a week, you can get to bed at like 10, 10:30. That's going to start having a big impact on your energy levels, your cravings, your carb cravings and stuff like that, and your kind of hormonal levels as well, and growth, recovery, repair. So that's just a couple of things just to help you out. We'll be hitting a few more videos on this sort of topic over the coming weeks. So yeah, stay tuned. And I said, hopefully that's helped you out. If you've got any questions, anything, just bang them down below, and we'll look to get them answered for you and help you out so you can get in better shape in your 30s and 40s than you were in your 20s.